Hey, this is Terry Wolfe, doing a podcast with Joey Urtiaga from, you may remember from PTT podcast back on Metal Gear Solid, the unofficial site. Right now we're doing it for metagearsolid.org, which is my new site that I'm just barely starting up. And we're planning on discussing LittleBigPlanet today. With the release of the Metal Gear expansion and just the game in general, since it's such a big PS3 exclusive. And welcome to the show, Joey.
Thank you.
You own LittleBigPlanet, right? You're a fan of it?
Oh yeah, I was a huge fan of it. I was actually able to, during the confusion of them pulling the game back those few days because of the Koran song or something like that. I was able to get it a day early actually at one of the malls.
Wow.
And the original one. So yeah, I was really into it. Got it as a gift for my girlfriend. We've been playing it for a while. It's a really good game. Very interactive.
Yeah,
especially for a PS3 title.
Yeah, it's also, you mentioned your girlfriend. It's something I find that basically anybody and everybody gets interested in once they start seeing someone playing it.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom was interested in it, and my sister-in-law, and all sorts of people, young and old, they see it and they understand immediately what's going on. You got multiplayer there, everybody's sharing the same screen, slapping each other around and dressing up and everything like that, so.
Yeah, I think one thing that really drives is just the amount of creativity that you can do. It has the cute aspect, which is great for, the women and children. It's got the creative aspect. It's got, the action aspect. And it just brings that real platformer feel back to video gaming. And I think just because of all of that, it really brings it back, to our younger days of playing Mario and, doing the things that, there's people even now creating endless levels of, not only their original stuff, but even, content like the Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that, which I find is amazing.
Yeah. Well, I've played some of those levels. They're quite interesting. I like the way people have to try to find ways of simulating things that are completely different. Like there's no block breaking in LittleBigPlanet, but if you adjust the settings the right way, you can kind of make it dissolve or do something else. So people have to find ways of using the tools that they have to try to create entirely different games yet. And you're right, it's about creativity, and without that, I think the game would have gone nowhere, because it would have still been successful for the fact that it was a very fun multiplayer game, but when you can actually create your own stuff, then you're kind of tapping into the whole potential of a community that's actually, modding communities in any game that has actually opened up to the community and with mod tools or whatever, it always gets kind of rewarded for a long time. People like to be able to show off their stuff, and just keeps it going forever.
Right. That whole aspect of play, create, and share, they really hit that on the head. And it's, like I said, it's really amazing what these people can create. There's people who've made calculators, and people who have made games, and they like the Galaga style shooting, and the creativity, especially from something as simple as the tutorial that they play on, is just, it's so simple, yet these people just go to great lengths just to create something really amazing, and I find it to be really, I myself am still trying to play around with the level creator, seeing what I can do. I haven't published anything yet, but I'm very excited just to mess around with this some more, especially with the new Metal Gear expansions that they've just released.
Well, I've made some of my own levels, but I haven't tried using any of the tools in the new ones, and I did download the Metal Gear expansion. I played through the levels. They're just incredibly fun. I still haven't unlocked all of the hidden stuff, because that's how you get the new materials and tools and things. You actually have to play through the single-player levels, and then that's how you get the tools to be able to use it, just kind of like in the single-player thing that's the same way. And there's just so many things that I love about that expansion, not only the outfits and the designs and things, but also the whole storyline. I'm not going to give spoilers, but it's got nothing to do with Metal Gear, and it's basically like, the single-player story was about the collector going and taking everything and not wanting to share it, and it's kind of like it serves as a encouragement for the players to not be like the collector, like go and share things. Like if you make something, share it. Don't just try to hoard everything, collect everything you can, and then keep it for yourself. Like go out there and have fun with other people, and that's kind of the whole point of that story, the moral of that story. This is kind of like a hilarious. I don't want to say what it is, but I just absolutely loved the story for this expansion, and once I saw what that was, like I thought they were going to try to do some sort of lame recreation of Metal Gear Solid 4's story, which would be very impossible to do because of all the complications in there. But they actually just go and do their own story in there, and then you're just playing as, Snake and whoever else you want to dress up as you're playing it. And
well, don't ruin it for me.
No.
I can't wait to get that expansion pack. I'm just waiting for my check to come in, and I'm heading out to go get it. I'm really excited to try it out and see how it is.
Have you bought any outfits yet for the game, or any of the expansions?
As far as keeping up with the free expansions and costumes and stuff like that, I haven't bought anything, frequently. I'm really interested in getting those Street Fighter costumes, and those I thought were really, really cool to see. And with those and the Metal Gear ones, I was just really excited to see not only what creations of Sackboys you can create, but the levels that may come in the future. And like I said, I just really don't see this game ending. It seems like ever expanding into anything that you want to.
Well, I mean, especially when they add things like the Paintinator gun, which it's not just another texture. It's not just something that they put in there that you've seen before. It completely changes the way that you can design something. Like suddenly you can shoot things. It actually, I haven't tested it out yet, so I can't say how exactly it works.
I've actually messed around with that. I went to someone's user created level. Use I believe the arm. Once you have the arm selected, you can only move your arms. Right. I think you just use the X button. You can shoot.
Oh yeah.
Items, and you can change the trajectory and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, I've tried the gun. Like I've played through the levels, and that is that much I've tried, but I haven't tried making a level with it. Like I haven't tried adding an object that has like health points, because that's basically what they have when you're playing through there. You have to shoot something multiple times, and then it's like its health goes down as you shoot it with paint. Right. And like that's one of the first things that me and my brothers were talking about when we started playing the game is, how could you like make a gun in here? Like it's obviously not supposed to be a violent game, but one of your first instincts as a gamer is to try to have a gun in your hands while you're playing. And so we were like, people have been making cannons and tanks and all sorts of things like that, and trying to do that. And now they actually just give you the official thing. It works beautifully. It's just, you get into it right away. You can't use the hanging mode when you have your guns, so it's kind of a trade-off there, because R1 is what you use to hang, but now R1 is to shoot when you have the guns. So, I mean, it's just perfect.
It adds a challenge.
Yeah, it adds a whole new level of gameplay to it, I think. So as long as they can keep doing that, I'm going to definitely keep on buying those expansions. I think they're doing a Final Fantasy one next.
Yeah, we can't wait to see something like that.